How do you sort out the so-called jargon from real-world practices that work? Do the members of your organization find some business or technology advice utterly confusing? Welcome to Real Talk with Sam Holcman. In this program, we set the record straight, and in terms that business people and technology people can understand. Now, here is your host, Sam Holcman.
Welcome to this edition of Real Talk. I'm Sam Holcman. Thanks for joining me. And the topic for this particular broadcast is artificial intelligence and real enterprise architecture. Please notice I didn't say enterprise architecture. I said real enterprise architecture. R.E.A.L. Realistic, enabling, actionable, and logical. And unfortunately, there's a lot of enterprise architecture activities out there that are not real, unfortunately. So let's take a look at AI and real enterprise architecture. AI, driven by hype cycles, is disrupting and in many ways undermining the value of real enterprise architecture, turning a professional discipline into yet another fleeting trend, much like previous waves of tool-centric or automation-driven approaches. Instead of enabling architectural vision, the rush to AI everything is exposing existing weaknesses, and many organizations acting as a costly distraction rather than a true solution. Let's take a look at real enterprise architecture versus machine-driven fads. Real enterprise architecture is designed to provide long-term strategic alignment, governance, and holistic thinking, a balance of business and technology intent. In the past, fads like BPM automation, ERP megasuites, and microservices, and by the way, the list, of course, is too lengthy to continue, each promised radical simplification, but often ended up in fragmentation or technical debt that, when adopted blindly, now AI is playing the same role with mass investments and shallow adoption patterns, sidelining real enterprise architecture fundamentals as other things have done in the past. Most AI projects fail not due to technical deficiencies, but because organizations neglect robust enterprise architecture, business architecture, and data architecture. The AI layer often operates in isolation, unused or unusable without deep integration into the business model. A classic solution in search of a problem once again. Hype-driven approaches lead to disconnected data silos, misaligned technology infrastructure, and, of course, runaway costs, just as in previous machine-led cycles. What is the trap to shallow AI adoption? Rather than elevating the real enterprise architecture discipline, AI initiatives can automate bad choices, simply increasing speed without meaningful validation or strategic fit. When layered onto outdated or fragmented technologies, even sophisticated AI tools produce little value. Legacy systems' inflexibility, lack of data governance, and resource constraints stall ambitious AI deployments. Without deep enterprise architectural integration, AI is a short-lived flash. The promise is revealed to be more sizzle than substance as early excitement turns into maintenance headaches and failed outcomes. Gartner's critique. Adding AI without foundational enterprise architecture work simply speeds up technical debt, hidden cloud costs, data lock-in, and operational fragmentation. What we're seeing here is echoes of past machine obsession cycles. Just as plug-and-play BPM, enterprise service buses, ERP, big data platforms, and yes, enterprise architecture certification by multiple choice exams, each had periods where architectural rigor were overshadowed by shiny new technologies, the current AI wave risks further marginalizing disciplined enterprise architecture. This cycle repeats. Let's take a look at 5 different trends. What is the era and trend? BPM, enterprise service bus, ERP. What's the promise? Automate everything. What's the resulting pitfall? Siloed tools and technical debt. What was the EA impact? Lost strategic alignment. Let's take a look at microservices. What was the promise there? Ultimate agility. Resulting pitfalls, fragmented architecture. What was the EA impact? Over-complexity and total loss of control of the actual environment that you're trying to address. Let's take a look at big data platforms. What was the promise there? All data, all answers, all the time. What was the resulting pitfall? Unmanaged sprawl. What was the EA impact? Total collapse of data governance within the EA enterprise architecture framework. What's the trend? AI. What's the promise? Intelligent EA. I wonder what that means. What's the resulting pitfall? Isolated models and shallow impact. What's the EA impact? Erosion of architectural methodologies, frameworks, and rigor. Last trend, EA certification by multiple choice exams. What was the promise? Become an instant and forever architect. Resulting pitfall, a total erosion of credibility. What's the EA impact? The professionalization of the profession has been slowed and is yet to occur. What's lost in the AI flash? By prioritizing AI-powered quick fixes over deep architectural design, organizations risk wasting resources on projects doomed by lack of foundational readiness and compounds long-term complexity as technical solutions accumulate without strategic understanding or oversight. And finally, it's the repeat of cycles of hype and disappointment rather than enduring enterprise architecture value. So in summary, AI seems to be rapidly becoming another flash in the pan, hollowing out enterprise architecture in the same way previous automation and machine-driven booms did, unless organizations recommit to real, holistic enterprise architectural disciplines. Rather than revolutionizing EA, the obsession with AI risks repeating familiar mistakes and leaving the discipline weaker, not stronger. To quote a recent article regarding CTO Deb Hall Lefevre, excuse me if I pronounced her name wrong, from the Starbucks Coffee Company, in quotes, an excellent enterprise architecture is the greatest gift to the business because that's what enables innovation and agility at scale. The Enterprise Architecture Center of Excellence, EACOE, enables and practices real enterprise architecture. We can help you harness AI through real enterprise architecture. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk. Be sure to join your host, Sam Holcman, again for another edition of our program. We'll have more real topics of discussion then.